go back to the Bethel game.
Sure.
We've talked about in the past one play can change a game, and that might have been the case early on for you guys. Right when Bethel first drive, they come down and they've got the ball first and goal, and your defense comes up with a huge stand. You could just see the emotion level rise and the confidence level rise coming out of that play. Did you sense it on the sidelines?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can always pinpoint a spot where you can either go in the right direction or you can continue to go kind of where we've been hovering here as of late, okay? And I was just so proud of our defense the entire day. And I think that goal line stand on their first drive, that was huge. That was a huge confidence builder that, hey, we can do this. And our young guys coming up, making plays, and it was really good to see, because our practice week was the best week of the year, and it's funny how those two correlate, right? You practice well, you play well, but that was certainly a momentum swinger.
And then you talked about the whole defense in general, but you had Noah Jensen, who had an unbelievable stat line. He has 11 tackles, 3 quarterback hurries, 2 forced fumbles, and then he grabs the ball and he runs it 58.
Strips the ball, goes 52 yards for a score a touchdown. He's on D3 National Team of the Week. He's a young man from Colorado that went to Wahpeton Science for 2 years and played for Coach Isendorf, who was my D-line coach for a couple of years. And he would always stay in touch with me on this young man. And his cousin Alex Jensen from Breckenridge was our punter, and I coached Alex in high school at Breckenridge and have known the family. So there was a connection there. So happy that he's in our program, and he's really starting to play very, very well. And it was great to see. It really was.
And another player on the defensive side who's starting to show up more and more in the stat sheet tackles is defensive back Noble Scott, who had a huge interception in the end zone for you guys.
Yeah, it was huge. He's just so athletic. You know, he sees things. He had a little elbow injury early in the year that took some reps away from him, but now he's starting to come back into his own. He's extremely cerebral, and he's very competitive. So it was really a good sign for us to see him get that pick.
Now, when you talk about the defense on Saturday, do you think it was more of adjustments that you guys have made, Kyle Bakken made during the course of the week, and how you guys have come on, or is it just the guys getting into another level and stepping up and playing at a higher level?
Yeah, well, each and every week, our defensive staff, you know, obviously they work extremely hard to put a game plan together, and they're a cross your T, dot your I type group, and rightfully so. You have to be that way defensively, especially with what, you know, all these offenses and what they do nowadays. But I think it started in our practice tempo and in Tuesday. Well, Monday we do a walkthrough. Tuesday we have our first practice. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday were the best practices of the year. We were crisp. We were flying around. We were adjusting. We were seeing things. And I think that really propelled us into this game with Bethel with confidence that, you know, we felt good about where we were at. We got a few boys back from the injury list that didn't play against McAllister. So that was good to get those guys back because they had some key roles, obviously. But I think a lot of it had to do with how we prepped, and really, you know, at halftime you're down 14-9, and it was just a matter of keep doing it. I've never had a team that, I mean, these guys with 9 minutes to go in the half were in the locker room and they're frothing at the mouth ready to go back out there to play another 30 minutes. It was just great to see. The energy was there, the excitement was there, and, you know, that comes from, you know, our staff all week long was constantly motivating, constantly on the guys about, you know, running the football, doing your job, and just, there was just a different or to our practices, which is great, and that's kind of springboarded into this week too, which it needs to. You know, we're at that point in our season. You know, you're getting to the last 4 games where, you know, you want to be practicing at your best. You want to be as healthy as you possibly can be. And a lot of our youthfulness is starting to grow and mature. And we grew up a lot on Saturday. We really did. And I'm not a moral victory guy. As you know, you've been with me here longer than me, but my 21 years here, you've seen. But I told the kids afterwards that I had a ton of fun watching them compete. And as a football coach, what you want to do is to put your guys in a position to win a football game, and we had an opportunity to knock off Bethel and came up inches short.
Now you're getting ready to play Carleton, who is one of the surprise teams in the league. 'Cause they're 5-1, they're doing really well.
Yep.
What have they changed, if anything, from last year, the years 2019 when they were playing, to be successful this year?
Yeah, well, I know this. Their staff hasn't changed, and Tom Jernell, who's now in his 4th year, this is, this senior class. There's a lot of them that decided to come back and play. And they played a lot of football in their years at Carleton. When he first came in, he played a lot of freshmen. And now those freshmen are juniors and seniors. So they're more of a veteran football team. Right now, they're number 1 defense in our league. They're only giving up just over 200 yards a game, only giving up 11 points a game. Offensively, I've been impressed with what they do. They distribute the ball very, very evenly. They've got several wide receivers in the stat category that are all very similar. Their quarterback started against us in 19. He was a freshman. He's now a junior. They're well coached. They really are. And they have probably one of the best kickers in the league, too. And the other thing they have is they got natural grass. This is the first game on natural grass for us. I mean, all you old school people out there that, it's like, nowadays it's like everybody's got turf, Well, this is our first game on natural grass, but they do a really good job. They got a great grounds crew, and every time we play down there, the grass is always in good shape. And in 19, we were the very last game, and it was in great shape at that point, too. So we know that'll be the case again. I know it's their homecoming game. They've got a lot going on. They haven't had this start since 2008, and we're going to have to play well.
What do you think is going to be the key offensively for you guys to be able to move on that defense?
Yeah, we just got to continue to execute. We do a lot. It's not easy to defend, but we gotta be able to execute and take kind of what they give us. I mean, they do a lot of different things, but they are really good athletes on that defense of theirs. They're active. They're athletic, and we just got to execute. You really do, and what we do, and it's led by our quarterback and doing the little things right.
Good luck on Saturday.
I appreciate it. Thank you.